Okay, now what's going on here? Well, I get a whole white sheet of paper. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? What we got here? Huh. All I got is a white paper. I got my lens all right. White paper. Huh. Something ain't right. This is my phone. Never seen this before. Never seen that before. It's just completely white screen. Wow. Huh. Completely white screen. Wow. I might have to go out and... All right. What is going on here? Oh. Had it backwards, y'all. Had it backwards. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hey, Robert, glad to have you with us. Glad to have you with us. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Today's, we're going to talk about working with facts instead of assumptions. And basically, why are we making PICK-3 to win so hard? Not saying that, it's to be easy, because we know that the lottery is set up for you to lose and not for you to win. But from over my years of experience, we're making it a whole lot harder than it really needs to be. We're all working with probability workouts instead of working with factual knowledge of what the numbers are doing. And knowing that all those 1,000 numbers was going to be doing something different in all 52 states. So instead of everybody tracking the actual 1,000 numbers in their own state, we trying to find a workout, a algorithm, a tic-tac-toe, a date sum, a grid that'll solve all our problems. And the only way that can happen is all 1,000 numbers is doing the same thing in all the states. To me, that's what's the problem for me, until I start tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and realizing that all the numbers are random. There's no rhyme or reason that any of those numbers going to do what they do in any state. So why are we using probability methods to win, instead of everybody in their state tracking their own 1,000 numbers and knowing what's going on with the 1,000 numbers? That makes perfect sense to me. I think a lot of times, and I was guilty of it, wanting somebody else to lead me to Lucky Town. Try to find someone else to lead me to Lucky Town. And that doesn't work. Especially in this deal, because you're going to have to track your own numbers for your own state. I don't care what method you use, and if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you're playing a loser's game. And that's pretty much the bottom, the basics to it. We plan to lose the game if we're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers for ourselves. And that takes, it's going to take application of applying everybody tracking their numbers. And that's why I put Pick-3 at a glance strategy together for myself so I could actually find out what numbers were played using the law average and what numbers hadn't played in that instance. And it started making sense to me, and it increased my winnings greatly. So that's why I was willing to share it with everyone so they could do the same thing. And I knew that I could teach it to everyone. I could teach my strategy to everyone in less than an hour with all the work that I had done, putting the sheets and the workouts together, when they would track the actual could track the actual 1,000 numbers. So that's what Pick-3 at a glance is about. That's why I say that we're the home of no tic-tac-toes, no date sums, no grids, and no multiple different rundowns to try to win, because all that is based off of probability. No actual faction tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. So if you're new to the channel and you're a new subscriber or you're a new viewer, welcome. Glad to have you with us. And I'm sure that you probably won't see anything what I have to offer here on the Pick-3 at a glance channel, because you can actually track the actual 1,000 numbers. Let me see here. My phone is got to get the chat here. For yourself, and do your homework and get in the winner circles for yourself. No books, no tic-tac-toes, no grids, no root sums, no running everywhere looking for numbers. But the Pick-3 at a glance, like I say here, these 1,000 numbers are random. Period. There's nothing going to tell you what number is coming. And it takes 3 years for these 1,000 numbers or better to rotate out, to change positions and start over again from 000 to 999. And if you're not tracking them, how you doing, Deborah? Glad to have you with us. If you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you plan to lose this game. That's just the bottom line. And not saying it's going to be a cakewalk, but at least when you plan these numbers and know what all 1,000 are doing, you have a better chance of winning. You increase your chances greatly. It did for me. It worked for me. So if you're new to the Pick-3 or new to the channel, you have 100 different workouts that everybody's trying to use to win, that's based off of probability instead of based off facts. So this is what and you have, like I said, 100 different workouts. But with Pick-3 at a glance, all you need to know is one workout. That's the 1-1-1 workout, and the and what the opposite numbers of these 1,000 numbers are. Okay, you got like this. I'm gonna just point here, like this 000 here. The opposite of it is 555. That's the opposite number of the 1,000 numbers, which is divided in half, which would be the 555 number would be on here. I might have passed it. I'm having trouble with my eyes here. What is that? 5576. It's right here. It's the 555. I hope you can see that. So that's the exact opposite of the 1,000 numbers. All right. So if you had the 001 would be 556. Just giving you a little sample. That's the exact opposite number of the 001. That's what you need to know. Hey, Seashell, glad to have you with us. That's what you have to know when you do the 111 rundown. All right. Now, and you have and know the opposite, and you do the 111 rundown. In Illinois, I do Illinois. I'm state specific for Illinois, but pick three at a glance works for all states because we are tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. So it can't help but work for all states. There's no patterns, no tic tac toe, no different date sums that you have to know. All you have to be able to know is how to track the actual 1,000 numbers. Illinois evening draw, the number that came in is 963. I specialize in Illinois evening draw. I was in Missouri. Okay. And I've won since I've been in Illinois. So my strategy works. I don't care where you go in the country. You got a system that you can carry anywhere to win. And you don't have to change up anything. The number's gonna do enough changing up for you to win and making it harder for you to win. But pick three at a glance strategy is based off of tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. I don't care what, if you go to the moon, if they play pick three with 1,000 numbers, you can play there and win. And I won here. I don't put up numbers and say play all states because them numbers can show up in any state. The thing is not numbers showing up in the state. Tell me what state it's going to show up in. Like I can tell you what's going to show up in Illinois. And congratulations to everybody that's been winning with the numbers that I put up for the month to play. And I have receipts for the numbers that I played and won for the month. Okay? So you don't have to chase all these numbers everywhere. All you have to do is know why you're playing your numbers. All right? And that's what we do here. Pick three at a glance. I teach you how to fish. I don't give you a fish. I teach you how to fish so you can eat for a lifetime. If I give you a fish, you only go by what I tell you. But once you use the pick three at a glance strategy, you'll be groaning on your own. You'll be groaning on your own. Here's 1, 2, 3. This is called the 111 rundown. It's the only thing you're going to have to know how to use. The 111 rundown. All right? Now, what you're doing is adding 1 to the winning number that came in for the day, which is in Illinois evening draw, is the 963. All right? You're going to add 1 to the 9, you get 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. I'm sorry, you're going to get 0. I should have told you. You really get 10, but you don't use the 1 in lottery math. You only use single digits. So you're going to just use the 0 on the right-hand side. Then you're going to count down, and that's 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. And then again, you're going to draw a line here. 1 to 8, you get 9. You're done counting. You don't have to add no more numbers for no reason, because all it's going to do is give you the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way down to the 8 again until you hit the 9 again, all the way through. Here, you're going to do the same thing. Add 1 to the 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, again, you're going to get the 0 to 10, but you're going to use 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. Same number at the bottom. You get at the top. You get at the bottom. You have at the top. You add it correctly. That's why I use it, because it's so simple and easy to use. Like I said, I can teach this to a 5th grader. All right, and I can teach them in an hour or less. Add 1 to the 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you're going to get the 5. 1 to 5, you're going to get the 6. 1 to 6, you're going to get the 7. 1 to 7, you're going to get 8. 1 to 8, you're going to get the 9. Again, 1 to 9, you're going to get the 0. 1 to 0, you're going to get 1. 1 to 1, you're going to get 2. And 1 to the 2, you're going to get 3. Okay? Now, that's the 111 rundown. All right? And what you're doing when you do the 111 rundown here, the way I set up the strategy, took 22 numbers of those 1,000 numbers, did the 111 rundown of these 1,000 numbers here, I took 22 numbers and consolidated all these numbers here to 22 columns. Instead of trying to look at all these numbers, you can find out what number came off of that column, like in the 963, what column it came off one of those 22 numbers. Okay, and here it is right here. If you want, you can take a screenshot of these 22 numbers. This is what I first started. This was called my strategy number 1. And I took 12 of the single numbers, and I took 10 of the double numbers and got 22 numbers to make 22 columns where I could find any of those 1,000 numbers on any one of these columns that I made off of this sheet here. See? And here's, oh, I don't know if you can see that. Let me make sure you can see I'm kind of moving a little ahead of myself. I got to make sure y'all can see. I had eye surgery, so y'all kind of line me up if you can. If I'm not lining them up where you can see. Really, hey, I don't like to think of the term struggling with my eyes right now, but I am. My peripheral vision, where I could see everything at a glance now. I'm seeing partial stuff. Went to the doctor the other day. Things are improving, so it's not all bad. So here's the 22 numbers. You can screenshot them. Do the 111 rundown on each one of these numbers like I showed you, and get to 22 columns, and you'll be on the right road with finding what number the 1,000 numbers come off of. Okay, so you can screenshot that. So what we want to do with these 22 numbers I showed you, here's the 12 of them up top here that I just showed you, and did the 1-1 rundown, made the 22 columns. And these are the singles. They come 6 different ways on the singles. And then the next sheet here is on the doubles that I just showed you. Make sure you can see it. And then you have to track your own numbers for your own state. That's the way you're going to get in the winner circle. You have to do your work. You have to do the work if you're going to be a serious player and a winner. Now, if it's part-time for you, anything I tell anybody is just for playing part-time, buy you some quick picks. Don't go through the frustration. But if you're playing to win and win big, you and be professional about it, okay? Seasoned pick-3 player, then you're going to have to put the work in to get there. There ain't no shortcuts. Ain't no free rides. All right. Hey, North Carolina. Jeremy. Okay. See here? And this, for me, doing this took work. So ain't no free rides. Ain't no numbers given here. Because I know what it takes to win. It's going to take teamwork makes the dream work. And it's going to take everybody doing their own work in their own state. I don't put up them numbers talking about for all states. I just don't do it because I know what it takes. And it ain't taking me doing it by myself. That's what it ain't going to take. Tell you what it ain't going to take, y'all. So if you're looking for some numbers and say, hey, can you tell me what's going on in New York? I would show you my system, and I would tell you to get with me, and you tell me what you think is going on with New York. It ain't set up to be easy. We want to make it easy. We want to think somebody can just tell you off the top of their head what's going on in your state. And when you get through looking at what I'm going to show you here, you're going to know that you got to be kind of off base there to think somebody can tell you what's going on in your own state to win. You got just as good a chance buying a quick pick as it me telling you what's going to go on in New York tomorrow, or what numbers coming out, or what numbers might be coming out. Illinois is a different story. I'm tracking Illinois. I'm putting the work in. And I wouldn't suggest anybody in Illinois just go by what I'm putting in, because I could miss something where they could bang them and win big. That's how I do. Ain't no, ain't no say, well, what's going on in North Carolina? Not here. I'm sorry. Teamwork makes the dream work. When you win, I'm looking for you to, when you see me sometime down the line, hug me and kiss me and probably throw me out something on this channel as it helps you. But not punch me in the eye because I gave you some number that I have no idea what's going on with that number. You don't have no idea what's going on with that number. Even if you win, what, you gonna come back to me to ask me what number to play again? Because if you do, if I give you that kind of information, it's gonna cost you $1,000 anyway. So you might well learn it. I'm just like, give me 1,000. I tell you what coming next day. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, I tell you, give me $1,000, $2,000. If I make you winning that type of money, ain't nobody doing this stuff. So why are we playing it that way? Why are we playing it that way? That's the question to ask ourselves. Why are we playing this number, playing them when we know that the numbers are random instead of playing and tracking the actual 1,000 numbers to win? Why? Don't nobody want to answer that. Because everybody want to use the tic-tac-toes, the grids, and the flips, and the mirrors, and all those probability strategies to win. And it ain't happening. I've won more than I've ever won tracking the actual 1,000 numbers than I have using those systems. Sorry to say it, y'all. So if you come in here and say, Terry, Miss Terry, can you tell me what's coming in New York? I'm going to tell you, I got 1,800 videos, so y'all know I ain't shucking and jiving on this channel. In two years, and that's a long time. In 2 years. And I got them all up for everybody to look at. I ain't charging a dime. Like I say, just bless the channel as the channel blesses you. I don't have no membership fees for you to play. I don't have none of that because I know if you put the work in, you're going to do what needs to be done because you're going to be tracking the numbers and winning in your state. Then when you see me, you'll hug and kiss me and not punch me in my eye because I gave you some numbers that you think will win. And you spending all your money, burning all your money up. So it ain't happening on me. I like to feel good about what I do. I'm not saying these other people, hearts are not in the right place or anything, but they swept up by the same thing I was swept up by, thinking that somebody other than me could do it better than me. Don't work like that, y'all. Teamwork makes the dream work. And believe me, winning PICK-3 takes a team. For you have to do it in your state, not me. But I got the tools, the actual tools for you to use to track the numbers and make it happen. Okay, now, again, let me get back where I was at. These are the double columns of the 10 numbers that I showed you. And all you're doing is the 1-1 rundown like I did here for the winning number that came in Illinois. Now what you want to do is find out where the winning number is on the 12 or the 22 columns. And this is the singles. So you're gonna look for that column of the 22 singles, and these here are the base numbers on the singles. There's only 12 of them you have to memorize, and they're all in numerical order. Everything here is in numerical order. That's why you hear me say OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. These numbers not going anywhere. But you can track them. You can win, but track them. They're not going anywhere. If you have to back off playing for a while, the numbers have to line up with the law average for you to win. They ain't going to line up in no 1 day, no 2 days, no 3 days, no 4. These numbers can take 90 days to line up. But when they do line up, you'll see what's going on with them and know why you're playing them. That's what they take. Because in Illinois, I might not play next month for 90. I mean, I'll play, but I won't be playing heavy for 90 days because Illinois did their thing last year over here for me. They played everything that I was looking at with the law average and winning. So I know now that they done caught up pretty much. I got to lay back and wait for the numbers to start lining up, working with the law average to know what to play. So we're going to look here again. We want to find out what column that 963 fell off of. Okay, so these are the base numbers here. So you'll always find one of these base numbers in the rundown. You'll always find it. One of these base numbers will always be in that rundown. It might not be the same way in the rundown because each one of these numbers can come 6 different ways. But one of these numbers will always be in the rundown. Okay, so we're gonna go here to the 963, and again, all these numbers here got zeros in them. All the base numbers have a zero in them. 012, 013, 014, 015. Let me get back over here so you can see. Make sure y'all can see that. Here we go. 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. Once you start doing it, you're going to memorize them base numbers anyway. So it'll take you a second once you do the 1-1 rundown and spot them out. So, yeah. So now we're looking for that 963 and see what column. And we're going to look for see where that base number is in here. And here we go. The 963, so we're looking for the base number. We know it ain't I know, and you will too, that it ain't 074. You go down, look for another 0. It is the 307, but it's going to show us 037. We know this is it, but I'm sure you got some other ones with the zeros in it. That's not it. Here's the 630. We know that zero is not it. So we can mark that one out, and we can mark this 047 out. This is the base number. It's going to show us 037. It's going to be column 12, but it's going to be show 037. But when we come down here up to the 9, it's going to be showing a different way too, because it's got 6 different ways it can come. So we're going to go to column 12 right here. And we're going to see the 037, and we're going to look for the 963. But it's showing as 693. And you're going to circle it. Bam, you're done. See here? See these numbers? It's numerical because it's the smaller to the largest number. So depending on how this 963 would have failed, which it did fall here, is going to show as 307 instead of 037. But you want to go to the 037, and it's going to show as 693. So you know that number fell for the month off that column. Okay? And you know whatever numbers come in, you're going to mark them off their columns. So at the end of the month, whatever column don't hit, this is what I'm talking about, factuality, not assumptions. You're going to know what columns did not hit for the whole month. You're going to know what numbers didn't hit for the whole month. You ain't going to be guessing what numbers hit for the whole month. Okay? You're going to know if you do this every month, you do a new sheet, every workout sheet every month. You're going to know, and when I see a column like this column here, well, it just hit. This 903 just hit right here. I'll do a little arrow here to let me know that this column didn't hit for the previous month. And see what I mean by working with the law average? It has to pick itself up. The law average has to work because the numbers have to rotate. They can't play 1, 2, 3 every day. 1, 2, 3 has to change position. It has to change from 1, 2, 3 to 1, 3, 2 to 2, 1, 3 to 2, 3, 1 to 3, 1, 2 and to 3, 2, 1. It has to. That's the law average. The numbers have to change positions to make up the 1,000 numbers. So now I know right here that the 3960 came. I mean the 963 didn't came for the month. So I'll know if a column don't hit, instead of looking for a whole bunch of numbers to play, all I got to do is play off this column. You see what I'm saying? Because any of these columns can take 1 month and don't hit, 2 months don't hit, 3 months don't hit, 4 months and not hit. So instead of worrying about all these other numbers, you just, usually I'll pick up a column when I know it ain't hit for 60 days, 2 months. If the column ain't hit for 2 months, that's when I start looking at it to add either that whole column to my numbers to play, or a bucket list, or a few of these numbers that have not played. Because I'm looking for the numbers that have not played to win with. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Glad to have you with us. To play, okay? I'm looking for the numbers off of here, okay? That gives you the whole picture of what's going on with the 1,000 numbers. And like I say, I won in Illinois, and I got my receipts showing that I've won since I've been here. And I don't call numbers for all states. I don't tell you what number pay for your state. If you're in Illinois, and I tell you in Illinois, track for yourself. Because you might see something that you kill them with, and I missed. It might not be too likely. But I got people that I know follow me right now could do it. I know they could do it. Find something that I miss and burn them. But they tracking the actual 1,000 numbers just like I am with the PICK-3 at a glance. It's been with me. Some been with me 2 years. Scott's been with me for pretty much ever since I started the channel. And I appreciate his support and being with me. But yeah, this works. You tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And I do have receipts showing that the strategy works for Illinois. Or any state I go to, I can track them down and win. Start winning. Yeah. Any state. Oh, on the moon, if I have to go on the moon. I ain't looking to go there. I hope I be then turned all the way back to dirt by that time. Don't get goofy, y'all. It's still early for me, so this brain lie to go anywhere on us. Y'all. So just make me hope. I hope to stay steady on it. But yeah, you look 2 months out. I'm looking for a number. When a column ain't hit in 2 months, I'm on it. I'm looking at it. Now the doubles can take 3 months, 4 months and not hit a column. Take 5 months because they got the less chance of hitting. Triple has the least of all. Doubles is next, and then singles are better chances because they got 6 ways to come. Double only got 3 ways to come. Singles only have 1 way to come. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning. Glad to have you with us. But that's how it works. Teamwork makes the dream work, y'all. Y'all have to do the homework for your state. Okay? We all have to do our own tracking to win. Because I can't get you in the winner's circle in your state. You have to make that happen. And you can make it happen tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and using a strategy where you can tell that 10 numbers ain't filled in 2 months, in 3 months, in 4 months, and go to those numbers and start using them to win with. Okay? Same way with the doubles. Like I said, these come more frequent because there's 6 ways you can hit them. The doubles can take, these are the double numbers, 2 like numbers. Singles don't have all different numbers. Doubles have 2 like numbers in them. These columns can take 4 months. That's why you don't want to, you got to know what's going on with the doubles and the singles and the triples. Take 4 months. I usually look for them 3 months out on doubles. If I see a column, like see here, this arrow here, these arrows here, I don't know if it came in yet. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, these hit. Okay, yeah. You see where these arrows are right here? Let me show you a little something, a little strategy. See where these arrows here last month? Neither one of these columns hit, but they are pretty much opposite columns of each other. See, you got the 004 here. I made it like this on purpose. The 044 here. Neither one. I know, and you'll know, that something the next month had to come off of one of these columns, these 20 numbers. Same way here with the 033. I'm sorry, the 003 and the 033. I knew something has to come off of one of these columns. Instead of trying to fight all the doubles or all the 1,000 numbers, I can target it where I'm going with the numbers. And on average, if one of these one of these here don't play in a month, something gonna fall off of one of them the next month. And you put together your own tracking system and highlighting. And some people do got their computers highlighted and everything. They show me all the stuff they do to win and track, and they're doing a good job at it too. And once they know what numbers to play, that's what they play. And I'm pretty sure when they see me, they'll kiss me and hug me, and not punch me in my eye with my strategy. Because I ain't giving no numbers. I ain't getting no punches in the eye. I like all hugs and kisses. Even men can hug and kiss me if they want. I mean, they can't hug and kiss. I hug and kiss my sons and my nephews and my nephews and my son-in-laws and brother-in-laws. I can hug kiss all my family, y'all. I don't know about y'all. I ain't funny like that. I mean, I ain't funny like that. I kissed my man. Who was that? A guy that was a criminal one time, and he said he joined being a criminal. He joined being a criminal with a group of thugs because when he was coming up, his father or uncles never hugged him or kissed him or told him that they loved him, and that one of the criminals, when he came into the gang, that's the first time a man ever hugged and said, "Welcome, brother," or kissed him and said, "Welcome." Now, that meant something to me, so I made sure that my family members wouldn't join no gangs. I hugged and kissed all of them. But that mean now you do something to me, you going to think it's a gang come after you. I bet you that. I bet you that much. You going to think it's a gang. You're going to be more than a gang come after you do something to me. Uncle Ted. And they all hug and kiss me and tell me they love me now. Yes, sir. When last time you hugged and kissed somebody, a son or a daughter, a sister or brother, and tell them that you loved them? When last time you did that? If you ain't did it, you better tell them soon, because you don't never know if you're going to get tomorrow to tell them. I'll tell you that much. Where am I going with all this? I'm just flipping and talking, y'all. I'm just talking. I'm serious, but I hug, kiss all my family. I do. And I never get off the phone without telling them I love them. I had a sister-in-law just last week dying of sleep, y'all. Just dying of sleep. Nothing wrong with her. Never said she had a headache. Laughing, talking, and died in her sleep. Did not wake up that next moment. So you see why I hug and kiss somebody, everybody? Wasn't nothing wrong with her. Younger than me. Never, not even went to the doctor. But that's what love is. Love them. Love on your family while you got them. Love on your family while you got them, y'all. My pastor. Do y'all know she lost 3 family members within the whole month? She lost her sister, turned around, lost her brother, and this week she just lost her son sleeping in the bed. You talk about clouds? I don't know where I'm going with this, y'all. Well, somebody must need this. I don't know, family. I got somebody on here. I don't know if y'all ain't on here listening. Somebody looking and listening right now. Love on your family. Don't be ashamed of loving on your family. And then you got some of those that you want to choke, but hug and kiss them too. Because I'm those 11. Believe me, I got a lot of them I want to choke. But love on your family, y'all. I'm those 11. I got a sister I want to choke all the time, but I don't. I kiss and hug her anyway. We all got issues. They say I got issues. So I ain't studying. Man, I'm getting lost. Y'all. Where were we at? But yeah, I was 3 family members in a month. And I ain't talking about no little family. I'm talking about sons, the brothers, a brother, sister, and a son. And 6 months before that, she lost a sister. Now I'm like, I say I don't know if I'm keep going. I don't know if I'm gonna have it in me to keep going to all her funerals. But I'm gonna try to support her the best I can. But it's wearing. But I'll support her financially. I think more so on this. And the son really liked me. He would always, Mr. Morgan, how you, Mr. Morgan? But I guess I'll make it. I don't know. Okay, but love on your family, love and your friends. Love on them, love on them. Okay, now, okay, we found the 369 or the column 037, and that's where we found the 693. This is why I say if you tracking, you'll know what's going on with the numbers. You won't be guessing what's going on with the numbers. All right. And like I said here, these are the singles, the doubles. Once I put this together, I ran with this sheet for a while. Then I say I can do better with winning. I said I can put together tracking single pairs. And with single pairs, I said, let me come up with something that I could track all 1,000 single pairs. And I think I figured this out right. I think it's 2,710 single pairs out of the 1,000 numbers that combinations that can be made up out of this triangle. Now, don't ask me how I came up with it. People are saying it's genius. I don't feel it's genius. I just feel that I got tired of losing and I need to do something. And I came up with this. I say, let me figure out a way if I can track single pairs. So what I did, I came in with a triangle. I said, okay, if I start from 0 to 9, 0 double zeros to 999, I should be able to make some work out of it. So I started there, and then I started just running the numbers down like this. And when I got to the 9, I said, okay, 11, 12. I just did this. Then I said, okay, 22, because I knew 12, and I had already got down to 19. And then I had the old 2S to it. It was crazy how I figured this out. And then I said, okay, 22. And then I just counted down here. I said, okay, 9, that's all the pairs. And then I said, okay, 44. Okay, that's all the pairs. 55, okay, now that's all the pairs. 66, that's all the pairs. 77, okay, that's all the pairs. 88, okay, only got 2 left. Oh, 99. Then I just went down. And the way I've calculated, it's got to be 2,710 pairs combination I could track on this triangle, and you'll know what's going on with it. So we had the 963 come in. So we're going to do the I'm going to show you what I mean by pairs. Okay, we had the 963. You got 3 separate numbers in here, so it's going to be 3 separate pairs that this triangle is going to have. You're going to have the 36 pair, the 39 pair, and you're going to have the 69 pair. See there? That's because you got 3 separate numbers, so that's going to be 3 separate pairs. So in this triangle, we're going to have the 36 pair. Mark it off because it came in already once. We're going to have 39 pair. And we're going to have, see this 69? It didn't fall last month. Anything I got a line under here didn't fall. Now, you ain't going to be able to play all these numbers. You can track them all, but you ain't going to be able to play all of them. That's why I say you have to build a bucket list of numbers. Hey, Pepsi, happy holidays to you also. Glad to have everybody here. All right. See there? That's the first time it didn't fall in November. And let's see. Yeah. So if you would have wheeled this, you'd have got them. But you can't play them all. I got my set of numbers on my bucket list to play, so I don't play it like. But if you see something in your state where you would play this 6-9 that hadn't hit, and what I mean by wheeling the number, The way you will a number, I'm probably be scrambling on this. Let me see, can you see this? 6 9 here, pair that hadn't hit, you'd will it down. I call this willing it down. You will it down to, and you put as 690, 691, 692, 693. That's gonna be. I'll just come down here. 694, 695, 696, 697, 698, and 699. This is what you call willing a pair. If you don't know what's going on with the pairs, a lot of people just tell you to play pairs, but they don't tell you why. So you do the 6 9, you come down. Here's your 693 right here, 50-cent box. Normally, if I'm looking at a pair that ain't been out in 4 months or 5 months, and they do happen, this 6 9 could take, if it hadn't hit, on average, it's gonna come like every 60 days. But a pair can take 140 days. I mean, 120 days or better. That's when you know to jump on that pair. And this how I would played it. I would have played it 50-cent box. Okay. And in Illinois, that's $40. Or a dollar box, it would have been $80. Can you see that? It would be $80. Okay. Depending on your state, what it pays. Okay. Now, depending on what I know after tracking about this 6 9 itself, I would know how to play it either on the front or the back. I'd know to play it as 069 if it hadn't played on the back. And if it played on the front, I would played it 609. I mean 690 like it did. Like that. Any of the numbers. Depends on, that's why I say you have to track the actual 1,000 numbers, front and back. That's how I hit the 885. I knew that the 88 hadn't failed all year for the whole year. Okay, yet. And I knew that the 85 only failed once in January on the back. This is what I mean. You have to do your own homework. Hadn't hit on the back on his own. So I mated them up. I did the 885, the front and the back. And it came in like that, 885. See, when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you can narrow those numbers down on how to play the front and the back of them. But we're going to get there. I'm kind of around a little bit around everything right now. But I'm trying to get my point across on here. Now, that's what I mean by the way you go win is knowing what's going on with the numbers when you play them. If you don't know what's going on with the numbers when you play them, don't play them. You just be burning your money out. You can hold back on the numbers. You ain't got to really play every day. If you're tracking, I suggest you track every day. So when something sticks out, you'll know it. Okay? So, see, like I said, you'll know this. See, I know this 2-2 didn't fall last month. I know that this 3-3 didn't fall last month. I know this 6-6 double didn't fall last month. And then, like I said, I hit the 8-8 because I knew it hadn't failed. Believe it or not, hadn't failed for since July 21st, I think it was, July. That's why I picked it up. That's what I mean by building a bucket list of actual numbers to play to win. Same here. See what we got out now here that we need to hit to win with. It's 29 ain't played. Ain't played. So I would wheel it if I'm looking to play. And I see how long it would be since it came out. You'll know because as you track it, you're going to know what's going on with the numbers. You won't be guessing what's going on with the numbers. Let's see. So what other single can I show you that ain't came out? Let me make sure I got it here. Single. We got that 46 ain't came out. Okay. $29. But you don't want to hump hop on and off the numbers because if I had hopped off this 88, I'd have missed it. But I knew that it was the longest run out, so I knew to stay on it. I knew it had to come. This 29 is good. The reason why I'm looking at this 29 Illinois evening draw, for one, look here. This 2-9 ain't played, and this 2-2 ain't played. So 9-2-2 would be my number. And I know, I'm going to give y'all some stuff here to work with, Illinois. And I am playing that too, as a matter of fact. But I can't tell y'all all the numbers I'm playing because y'all might have the same money. I try to tell y'all numbers that I know probably much come in. Um, but I've been winning, so I got a little change to play with. But I need you to stick with your budget. Don't burn your money up. You burn it up for the number come in, then you're gonna be kind of upset. But see here, this 9-2. I told you the 2-2 ain't came in, right? The 2-2 hasn't came, and so far the 29 ain't came. So what I go is look up and see what's going on with these pairs, and see that I know the 2-2-2-9 only fell once in January for the whole year. Okay, I know it only fell because tracking. I know, and I got and I know that the 2-2 ain't fell on the back at all. So my number that I'm playing right now is 9-2-2 Illinois draw. Now you're gonna see that I play other numbers, but I'm just telling y'all. I tell y'all what I play. You do what you want with it. But like I say, track for yourself too, because you might see something that I miss. And see, I'm playing a 2-2 like that, straight box. I'm playing a straight box right here. Okay, and I'm playing the front pair of the 9-2, and I'm playing the back pair of the 9-2, 50 cent. 50 cent. 50 cent here. You can do this in Illinois. You can't do it in all states. Okay? Now, let me show y'all what I'm doing. Now here, I'm playing this 9-2-2 straight box. Okay? That's why I'm playing straight box. But if the 9-2 don't come in, that's what I mean. Don't jump on and off the numbers. You got to know why you playing numbers. But let's say that the 9-2 front pair come in, but it don't come 9-2-2. Then I'm gonna load up on this 9-2-2 because the likelihood of it coming out is great. I'm gonna take that money, that $40. No, that ain't gonna be $40. I think, what is it, 25 for a pair in Illinois? A single pair? I think I did one in a single pair. But I forget. I'm so tied into Illinois. I think it's $25. Yeah, I think it's $25 for a single pair. I'll take that $25 and I'll keep this going. I'm gonna keep this going, but I'm gonna play this 9-2-2 $5 straight box by itself. Take that money and reinvest in the number that I know should be coming, because I know the front of it ain't fell on the back, and I know that ain't fell but once on the front for the whole year, and the 2-2 ain't fell on the back, well, ain't at all for the whole year. Okay. That's how you strategize. That's how you build a skill set. That's how you build a bucket list of actual numbers to play and why you playing them. Okay. So with that strategy number 2, that's why it's imperative that you track your pairs. You'll always know what's going on with everything. And it'd be easy. You'll see. But you got to put the wood in to get the fire out. You got to see the fours and stop looking at the trees. You got to play with the facts instead of probabilities to win. To increase your chances of winning. That's what I'll say. And here, same way here, single digit numbers. Single digit numbers. They had single digits. They tell you, I'm telling you, following everybody else. 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what they were saying, just mark off the numbers, and you see in a code that mean they ain't played. But see, I said I wanted to know what position the numbers hadn't filled in. I added two more columns, 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I started thinking outside the box, y'all, not staying in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Is that 3? Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's strategy number 3. I say I want to know what position the numbers are falling in. I want to see so what I do, the 963, I mark, see here, at a glance. That's why I call this pick 3 at a glance. I can see that the 9 for the first time for the whole month fell there. And the 6, first time it fell in the middle. See that? For the whole month. And the 3, this is the second time it hit on the end. At a glance. So at the end of the month, pretty much I'm looking at the end of the month. See, so far, let me see something. This is what I mean by you can backtrack your numbers too. Like if I see these 2s, I didn't mark off a 2 here. If you make a mistake, it's easy to go back and backtrack too. You can either use the calendar or you could, I don't know how. Well, I'm tracking so many numbers right now. I got 3 pieces of paper on them I'm tracking. Let me check something here, y'all. If I take a day off and not check something here. Today is Thursday. That's Tuesday, something. Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Okay. That's the 963. I don't know why I didn't track strategy number 2. Okay, and you can go back and you will go back and double check. I'm gonna show you the mistakes you can make, but it's easy to go back and check. Okay, it's 963. And what I'm looking for, because I noticed, I can see with my eyes, I noticed that no 2, I had marked off a 2 for the month. So I have to go back to keep up, make sure I'm on track, that no 2 did not come in for the month. So let me go back and and like I said, I knew that was wrong because I knew the 728 had came in. I don't know how I missed not marking it off. So now I got to see what position, and that's why I say you have to be organized so you can go back and track. The 7-2, so we know the 2 fell in the middle, and we had the 2 fall on the end. Look at all these 2s. I don't know how I didn't mark off no 2s on this. It is wow. So let's do this. I'll mark off the 2 in the middle. I'll mark off the 2 in the middle because that's the 728. That's the first time it came in the middle. I don't know why I didn't mark off no 2s. Mark off 2 in the middle. And then there's another 2 on the end, and then there's a 2 on the front right there. Okay. That's 2 on the front, 2 on the end at 162. Okay. So we look like all the 2s are marked. I don't know why I didn't mark no 2s off. Okay. Yeah, so all the 2s hit. Middle, end, and front. Okay, see how easy it was to catch up though? It was easy to catch it up. Because all I had to do is go back and check my calendar. That's why I have a calendar. That's why I say OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent. So when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and what's going on with them, it's easy to catch up and know what's going on with them. We're using the picture at a glance strategy. Now, I'm pretty sure I got everything else right, but I'll back check here. But I just want to show y'all example how quick it was for me to catch it up. So, reason being, any number that's left, let's see, that I don't underline, and I always double check at the end of the month. I always double check that anything I'm carrying over to the next month is accurate, and that's what you have to do. I always double check my work. Now, say for instance, I have one that I don't mark off. I'm going to highlight it or underline it and carry it over to the next month so I'll know how to use it. For an example, let's say, for example, the 963 that we had here to come in, I just marked off. Let's say, for example, it hadn't came in at all. And using strategy number 3, I realized that the 3 didn't fall on the front the next month that we're going into, and this 963 is my everyday carry. Then I'm definitely and the 3 hadn't fell on the front, I'm gonna definitely play it as 369 and 396, because the likelihood of that 3 falling with my 963 on the front is great because it didn't fall the previous month at all. Okay. Okay, so, and this is how I hit exact. I look to hit exact. You want to look to hit exact. And the way I play it, I play this straight box, my daily carry. I usually clear them straight box. And you want to stick to a budget around $3 to $5, and then when you hit, then you load up with your winnings. And then here, I play these 50 cents straight. Like that. So either way, I got 3 chances of hitting them straight and 1 way of hitting them box. And straight pays in Illinois are $2.50, and box plays $40. So your total winnings is $2.90. Like that. Okay. Let's see. That's strategy number 3. All right. So I just showed you how to use it. Now, the only other thing I knew I needed to complete this was something to let me know what numbers fell on the front and on the back. How they feel on the front and the back, okay? Now, and that's a powerful strategy. It's so simple, but it's so powerful. So simple, but so powerful. That's how I really win most of my big money, making sure I track that front and back and made them up and carry them. Okay, now the 9, 6, and the 3. Okay. These numbers on top and bottom are the same exact numbers. The top 2 and the bottom 2 pairs. And that came with strategy number 2 because I realized that I could track the single pairs, but I wanted to know what the placements were on those pairs. So I put something together where I could, at a glance, know what was going on for the whole year with any of those pairs on the front and back. So here's a 9, 6. It came already, and then the 6-3 on the back, and here it came and hit already. Okay. Now the way I use that, pretty much, I look to match the top number with the bottom number. I'm going to go back to that 963 again, since this is the number that fell in Illinois for yesterday evening. Say I was playing this 963, which I would always know why I'm playing it. Let me think. Am I thinking this right? 963. Now, I'll say I'm not playing a number, and I'm looking for a number to play. Let's do that. Like I said, with that 922, and I told you that I only played once on the front in January for the whole year. That 922. That's what. Yeah. Now I know what track I'm gonna be on here. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do that. The 922. That's the one to do. I'm gonna do the 922, and I'll show you here. And the reason why I'm doing the 922, and I just hit the with the A8. Remember I showed you the A8 on the back? I mean on the front that I hit the 885. I seen that it hadn't hit for the whole year. The A8 pair, but I circled it because I hit it. Okay? I circled it because I hit it. So I wouldn't have known that if I wasn't tracking all year and tracking these numbers. And the law of average works for all states. It don't change for all states, but the numbers are different for all states. That's what you got to get. The patterns ain't going to run the same for all states. Even close, even close. So, but I knew that this AA hadn't failed on the front. So, it was open. The 17, like now we have the 17 that hasn't played for the whole year, the 37 haven't played for the whole year, and the 50. That's pretty good. It's usually a whole lot more numbers than just 3 left to play this time of the year. Because November, December, and January are my best months to winning. Because I didn't track the numbers down pretty much, and I can hit them pretty good. So the 17, and that's good. I love these. Look, the longer these numbers take to come in, the better it is for you. You can kind of lick your chops. See, 17 ain't hit. The 37 ain't hit, and the AA ain't hit. Also, I know that the 137 number ain't hit all month. What's that? Yeah, the 137 ain't hit all month. Let me make sure. Let me check something here. Let me double check because I got it for Illinois, and I'm playing it, so I know. Yeah, I know it ain't played. See, the 137 ain't played. These are the numbers that I've tracked for the whole year that's come in, that's hitting. And people, everybody's winning, I'm winning. And see this 137? I know it ain't hit all year. So the way I would play it is 173. Because I know that 17 ain't hit on the front. And I know that 37 ain't hit on the front. And I would play it as 371. Because with the likelihood of it coming like that is great. Because it ain't hit on the front all year. The 37 hasn't hit on the front, and the 17 hasn't hit on the front. And I also would play it as 137. See what you can see that you can't see no other way unless you're tracking. That's for Illinois. This here, these numbers here are opposite of each other. They ain't hit all year either. But you see they got that 6 and 3, that 963 in there. Any other time, it would throw me off and throw me off my numbers. And this number here would come the next day. But I stay on my numbers. I don't get off. I don't care because I'm off one number, on one number, mirrored one number, flipped one number. I don't do none of that. I stay with what I know ain't came. And likelihood, we just hit the all these. We just hit the 852 or the 582 because they're opposite numbers of each other. The O opposite 5, 5 opposite O, 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3, 7 opposite 2, 2 and 2 opposite 7, working with the law average. See what I'm saying? That's how I narrow them down. Any of the numbers, and the opposites haven't played this time of year, is the numbers I load, get down on, play with. And these are only two. These are only two left for the whole year that ain't played in the opposite in Illinois' evening draw. And you probably would find something like that in your state. But you don't know it if you ain't tracked to see what's going on to win. Because the law average is great here. You got a better 50-50 chance. One or the other. See, one of the others did come. One of the others did here come. Both of these came. One of the others here came. Both of these came. They opposite each other. That's what you're looking for. Stuff that's opposite. Here, same way on these doubles. Now these are up. These columns had not played at all, and there I lined them up where they and a double and the opposite hadn't played. And you see they came in already. The latest one, the 799, I just hit. I showed receipts of winning that. I knew that one of these four had to come. Working with the law average, one of them had to come. Just uh, 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 if you don't have a lot, you can dollar box them or 50-cent box them. Now I'm not gonna get off of these because the likelihood of them showing back up is great. There's 998 just hit. Yep. And see here, I show you. Here's the back pairs, the pairs. Like I said, the A8 hit. So now we just got these three, the front pair and back pair left. We got the 17, the 37, and the 50. That's pretty good for Illinois. Illinois has been knocking them off. Them working with the law average pretty good. I don't know if it's the cause they're using that wild ball or not, but I don't play with that wild ball or fireball. But they're doing pretty good. I'm not unhappy with them at all. And then it's 22 on the back where I told you I'm playing that 922 or 822 or anything I'm playing with a 22 in it, I'm definitely putting it on the back. That's how we hit the 885 because I definitely put it on the front. 39 on the back and it's 50 on the back. Now I would look at how to use this here. This 50 on the front and the 5 on the back. Because I'm probably, like I say, you add numbers to your bucket list. Probably what I do when I get ready to add something and add to my bucket list, I'm definitely, and I have a reason for it. I don't know if I can. I'm just gonna play 150. Anything with a 5 and an O, I'm definitely gonna play it that way. And I'm definitely gonna play 501. But it already came as 510, which is cool. But this is the way I would definitely play them. Because anything with an 05 or any number, if I'm playing 305, I'm definitely going to play it as 350. 350. And I'm definitely going to play it as with the, I'm playing 350 and wait a minute. And I'm definitely going to play it as 503. Put that 50 on the front. See there? And on the back. Any number with a 50, that's how I play it. In Illinois, when I get ready to add it to my bucket list, I'll definitely be playing it that way. And I also, well, that's just a sample number. But my numbers that I do play, I know exactly why I'm playing it. But that's just a sample of any number or anything you're tracking in your state. Okay? Tracking is king. Yep. No guessing. Okay. No probability strategies. All factual strategies. Let's see. Now, all factual strategies. Let me see what we got here. Now, the only other workout you need to understand is how to know the opposite numbers. You see, when you do the 1-1 rundown, on the winning number come in, each one of these numbers, this column has each number and its opposite in it. When you do the 1-1 rundown, you can get the same thing on the 3-1-7 rundown, but it's not in numerical order like this, and it don't give you like this. And where you can actually track the numbers and find what column it came off of, how I got it set up, So here, you need to know how to find the opposite numbers on the sheets and how they are on the sheets. And we're going to, this is a workout here. On this workout, you're going to divide the 1,000 numbers in half. You're going to go from triple zeros to 499 on the top and 500 to 999 on the bottom. So let's do this. I'm going to show you something. And we're going to use this workout. We're going to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do plus 5. And you're going to add plus 5 to get the bottom numbers to the top numbers. We're going to add plus 5 to 0, you're going to get 5. Plus 5 to 1, you get 6. Plus 5 to 2, you get 7. Plus 5 to 3, you get 8. Plus 5 to 4, you're going to get the 9. You just divide them in half, right? And you're going to have the triple zeros on top and the 499 to the 499. The 500 on the bottom numbers to 999. So all we did here, let's take these 1,000 numbers and divide them in half. Top half, bottom half. Top half, bottom half. Bottom half, top half. Now, 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0. 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1. 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2. 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3. 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. So let's say you was playing 0, 1, 2 up here. 0, 1, 2. And the lottery does that. It plays 5, 6, 7. They just played the opposite number you was playing. Okay? Just played the opposite number of what you were playing. Simple, easy. Or if you played the 5, 6, 7, they played the 0, 1, 2, and they just played the opposite number of what you was playing. If you played 7, 8, 9, the bottom, and they played 2, 3, 4 up top, they played the exact opposite number of what you was playing. Reason being, 2 out of 7, 7 out of 2. 3 out of 8, 8 out of 3. 4 out of 9, 9 out of 4. If you were playing 1, 1, 2, and the lottery played 6, 6, 7, they just played the opposite number of what you were playing, but it's a double. 1's out of 6, 6 out of 1. 2 out of 7, 7 out of 2. 6, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2. Or if you were playing triple zeros, a lot of play triple fives, what you happen? 0 out of 5, 5 out of 0. Same exact number. Same opposite number on the 9. That's what you need to know. What makes that so valuable when you're using this sheet here? Strategy number 1. Right here. You're using strategy number 1. Remember column 37, 037, where we found the 965 under right here? That's why it's so important to track. All these numbers and their columns, the numbers are opposite each other. That's what I mean when I say I combined all the 1,000 numbers together where it's easier to track them all. Okay? I combined them all where it's easy to track them all. So here you got the 037. Well, we're going to go to the, see, there's 693. The opposite of it is the 148. Again, 693, the opposite is 148. 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1. 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. 8 opposite 3, 3 opposite and 8. All in numerical order, starting from the lowest number to the highest number at a glance. No numbers all scrambled, all mixed up to try to figure out what's coming the next day. everything in numerical order from the lowest to the highest number in each column. Oh 37, opposite number, 582, you know it, 582. The 148 we did. 259, opposite number, 704. There it is. 360, 360, number 815, 815. And we had the 471, 926. There it is, 926. So say that, like I said, that's the first time that column hit because it didn't hit last month. So you can see it's already been about 40 days. That's what I mean. Each columns can take 60 to 90 days. You want to know which ones are available and due for you to play. Not just be playing any numbers to think that a probability that you're going to win. Working with the law average, you know this column ain't hit for sure in 30 days. And then if it don't hit for this month, it'll be 60 days. And anything, numbers that I have left that don't, for the year, that don't hit for the year, I roll that numbers over into the next year. But you have to stay on midday to midday or evening to evening. Because midday numbers don't bring no evening numbers. No evening numbers going to bring the next day midday numbers. Because they all running random. The midday numbers don't bring evening numbers. The evening numbers don't bring midday numbers. You have to do everything individually. Texas got 4 draws a day. Each one of those numbers for the whole year running differently. So you have to stick with one of them to win. Not all try to win all 4 of them draws. Now you might add another draw. You can add a midday or evening if you want. But I only play I only play midday. I go through the whole year and I mostly use the front pair back pair sheet, strategy 4, to see what numbers hadn't hit on the front pair and back. And see what stands out. You'll see a lot when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And once you start hitting and building your skill set and your strategies, you can just glance over a year and see what's best numbers to play out of that year. And usually what I do, I find out what number didn't play midday or evening. So that's my number that I play midday. If I find out that 1, 2, 3 didn't hit for the whole year for midday, and 1, 2, 3 didn't hit for the whole year for evening, that's the number I'm playing midday and evening. So if it come on midday, I'll play it evening. If it come on evening, then I'll play it midday to a hit. But I know why I'm playing it. I don't play 4, 5, 6 midday and 2, 8, 1 evening. I don't play no different numbers. That's how you get in the winning circle, y'all. Tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and know why you're playing. Why would you play a total different number midday that you're playing for evening because you done did a rundown that you think those numbers going to come? Why? We make this harder than it needs to be. We make this harder than it don't need. We work with probability instead of facts to win. And that's a sure way to be playing a loser's game. The probability game. The probability game. The probability game. And this ain't gonna be no cakewalk. You don't have to put the work in to get the fire out. And then once you do that, you won't be just playing the probability game no more. You won't play the probability game no more. We're making this harder than it need to be. That's because everybody trying to do something different. Just track the actual 1,000 numbers in your state. The pair, front pair, back pair, single digit. And the actual number knowing why you're playing it. And you ain't going to know why you're playing it if you ain't tracking it. Or them. Period. Period. All right. Question and answer time. Anybody on here want to ask some questions or say that the numbers ain't random? They want to give me that one? They want to go with that one with me? or well, numbers are random, y'all. And anybody saying anything different, they have to prove it to me that they're not random. They have to prove to me that they can find out what number coming with a tic-tac-toe, a date sum, a grid, a flip alone, and not know anything about the 1,000 numbers. They have to prove that to me. And I know they ain't going to be able to do it because they can't do it. But they can prove to me that a column, one of these columns ain't hit in 90 days. They can prove that to me. They can prove to me that one of these pairs ain't hit for 128 days. They can prove that to me. They can prove to me that a 7, like I've said before, ain't failed with no number for 60 days. They can prove that to me. They can prove to me that a 17 ain't hit on the front for the whole year. They can prove that to me. They can prove to me that a 50 ain't hit for the whole year on the front. They could prove to me that 37 ain't hit on the front. They could have proved to me that the AA hadn't hit on the front. They can prove to me that this 22 ain't hit on the back for the whole year of their state if they track it and know it. They can prove to me that this 39 ain't hit on the back for sure. And they can prove to me this 50 ain't hit on the back. So why are we playing with probabilities to win? I just don't understand. Because the numbers can line up in your state where you bang them and nothing be happening in my state. So why would I be playing like that? With probabilities, with tic-tac-toes, date sums, grids, and going everywhere else looking for numbers from everybody else. I'm preaching to the choir, y'all, but I'm trying to preach the gospel. I'm preaching to the choir because I was there. But I'm trying to preach the gospel so everybody do be on the same page. So like I say, when you see me, I want you to thank me and hug me and kiss me and not punch me in my eye. That's why I don't get these numbers out to nobody. Put up numbers every day and say this number coming in. It just don't work that way. The system works off the probabilities and random. Don't work that way, family. So everybody have a beautiful holiday, holiday season, whatever you celebrate, and be sure to kiss your loved ones. Tell them you love them, because nothing's promised. Nothing. All right, family. So play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky time. Tracking is king.